because Verzuz is back. Are y'all excited for Verzuz? They're bringing back Cash Money versus No Limit Soldiers. No Limit Soldier. I thought I told you. Let me pull it up on the screen over here. I should start a poll. Okay, so this is courtesy of TMZ. Master P keeps trying to retire from rap in favor of basketball, but the game keeps pulling him back, like No Limit versus Cash Money Showdown. So it's going to be going down. It's going to be at Complex Con. Let me ask you a question in the chat over here. Because Cash Money versus No Limit, I don't know if they completely confirmed all of the acts yet. Let me ask, who's winning? That's what I want to know. Who's winning? CMB, that's my Cash Money billionaires, not millionaires. Cash Money billionaires. All right. CMB or No Limit. Okay. I'm trying to think of who would step up to bat when it comes to I know we got Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne shows up, and if Lil Wayne shows up, if he shows up on his A game, then sure, Lil Wayne is definitely good to go. BG's home. I know they did the Hot Boys reunion. Who else? Obviously, Birdman's gonna get up there and do his thing. Carol said Birdman will fall asleep on stage. I know he did fall. He did. Somebody said he fell asleep mid-sentence when he was schooling people the other day.
Is returning.
Mm-hmm. Come on now.
Yeah, so yesterday it was announced that Verzuz will be returning at Complex Con this year, going down October 25th. It will be Cash Money Records versus No Limit
Fire.
Records.
Wow. That's gonna be dope.
Okay?
Fire!
Yes. Now
Wow.
tickets are available on CultureCon's website to attend. I'm sorry, Complex Con. I'm saying CultureCon because we were there last weekend. Complex Con, but the caption says that it will be streamed, and streaming information will be released soon. Now, I did reach out because I was trying to figure out, because from both camps, there's so many people that can show up, whatever, and it's pretty early. But Master P did say to me, October 25th is about to be historical. They're going to give the world what they've been waiting for, the biggest New Orleans celebration ever.
Do we care about Verzuz still? Like real shit. Right? Greg Lewis says Mystical is the baddest out of No Limits, but also Mystical is a rapist. So and I think he's in jail right now. So he ain't gonna be able to show up. And even if he's not in jail, I don't know if they want Mystical on the stage with them. Right? Here I go. Don't move. Whoa. What do you mean by don't move? Right? Mystical might be a little bit radioactive. Right? I also agree that it's going to be Cash Money, hands down. Even if Wayne don't show up. Right? Between Juvenile, if Juvenile goes up there and does back that ass up, forget about it. Back that ass up, that's the point. Okay. He could even do some of his other songs there. Right? Why am I forgetting Juvy's song there? Give me a second, gang. I be forgetting song names. Juvenile. How the fuck you spell Juvenile again? Juvie. Give me a second. I'm gonna find the song there. I'm not gonna play it, but Juvenile had hits. Him by himself. Slow Motion is. I wasn't even thinking about that, but Slow Motion is getting played for sure. What's the song I was thinking about? Go Ride With Me? Forget it, bro. And then he could play Ha. So that's just Juvenile alone. Right? Rodeo is the song there that I was thinking about. R.I.P. Soldier Slim. Even though Soldier Slim, it's No Limit. Okay? So who No Limit got? Give me some names. Who No Limit got on their roster? Obviously, Master P is going to make him say, nah, 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 nah. Oh, Daniel's grooming said Snoop. Yeah. If they can get Snoop to pull up for the verses as a No Limit soldier, oh, we got action. I might need to shut up for a second because I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is a landslide. Oh, cash money in the bank. But I'm just saying that Snoop card, and don't even pull the Snoop card out right away. Act like Snoop didn't even come through to the show. Like it's just Lil Romeo up here, Silk the Shockers. I was never a fan of Silk the Shocker, but to some people might call that blasphemy. There's a lot of Silk the Shocker fans. Is there any Silk the Shocker fans in the chat over here? One in the chat if you're a Silk the Shocker fan. Two in the chat if you think his shit is garbage. All right, y'all remember Silk the Shocker? He's the one of the first offbeat on beat rappers. He walked so that Blueface could run. Right? Blueface said, "Oh, you can get away with not rapping on the beat. Hey, I could be Silk the Shocker." Carol says 0. McNasty supposed to 2 in there. Is C Murder home? Because if C Murder's home, oh shit. But keep in mind, C Murder's been gone from time, G. So if C Murder is home, he ain't got nothing new that he can hit niggas with. Are you crazy? He would have to bring out the song that from like 15 years ago or whenever he got locked up 20 years ago. A lot of people ain't fucking with my boy there, Silk the Shocker. Damn, how y'all diss Silk like that, bro? Twix Coke says 1. We got one person in there who likes Silk the Shocker, right? Damn, bro, no love for Silk the Shocker. And bro, to be honest, once BG starts rolling out his catalog, Cash Money is the Army, then he at the Navy. Forget about it, bro. And I'm not even getting to the Wayne tracks. Turk, he got his 1 too. Hot Boys Together, forget about it. We on fire. Forget about it. That's another point. But if Lil Wayne pops out, it's over, bro. I don't know if Manny Fresh is down, but I think Manny Fresh might be he might pop out for that too. And I think they might be having some problems. Black Pudding says Biden didn't pardon C yet. Yeah, I think C Murder might be in jail still. But I don't really feel like going and doing a deep dive to confirm that. Who else? Mia X. Isn't she down there with No Limit? Mia X can come through. She had a couple hard verses. It might be a tough night though. The Snoop might be doing the heavy lifting for No Limit. Snoop and Master P are doing the heavy lifting for No Limit because I can't really think of anybody else. G Herbo, he ain't down with them old ass niggas. All right. And can Cash Money Millionaires can they bring in Drake and Nicki? I know that's Young Money, right? Salute to the homie Young Money who be in the chat, Young Money. But it's still Young Money, Cash Money. So I'm not saying that Drake's gonna pop up on the stage. Keep in mind, like they could just play the song, and like be like, "Yo, this is part of our catalog." But if they're able to go into the Young Money catalog and start playing that shit, good night, bro. I don't even know. It just sounds good. Like it sounds like a good versus because of the rivalry, the New Orleans rivalry. But as far as the competition itself, I still gotta go Cash Money Millionaires by a landslide. I actually did have one more clip that came from this whole thing because they sold versus A.W.O.L, right? For a second, versus hasn't been on in like what 2 years. Do you guys even care about versus still though? Like one in the chat, if like you guys still care about versus 2 in the chat if you're over it. Like that was a pandemic thing. You know what I'm saying? That when everybody was glued to their phone, that's when everybody gave a shit about Verzuz. But over time, when they started getting back outside, some of the last verses weren't as fruitful. You feel me? McNasty says he's over it now. These guys sold the shit though.
Because it's trials and tribulations in building a company, and we just really getting started. I know it seems like a phenomenon, and certain things are a phenomenon, but we really touching the base on where we can go. We really have like $1 billion company along, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take time to get there. You know what I'm saying?
From an artist standpoint, because I mean, you were celebrating artists that almost were forgotten about their greatness. And so I know part of the structure of the deal was that the people who will perform became owners in that. What's been the reaction from the people who are now your partners? Like, yo, you saved my music career. Like, how's it been for y'all?
You know, like I said, the pandemic brought so much love. Me and Swiss wanted to be the first that, you know, calling these artists to get on Alive to perform. It's only right. Y'all help us build this company. We got to give back to y'all. And nobody's never done that. And when it comes to, you know, black business and really teaching our culture, and I think y'all the best at doing that. So it's like, I want to say we kind of took a page from y'all book a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, but I would have to say Swiss, we was like, we made a call. We said, something about this don't feel right. And that was the biggest thing that made us stick with Triller, because they say, yo, only way we gonna go and do this if we can bring our people with us. And
this is at the time when they sold it to Triller, but they sold it again. I forget who they sold it to. I think it was I forget the company that they sold it to. Let me see if I could find that quick fast before we get off of the story. And Timberland's had his share of issues when it came to the AI. People have been kind of giving him backlash. Was it to Elon? Yes. Thank you. Versus Elon. Here it is. So this is insane that the marketing team or whoever thought that this would be a good look in this day. Verzuz has run its course, and we need to blah, blah, blah. Who cares? So here we go. All right, so these guys are chilling, bro. They took it to the next level. Where's the actual post from this when they made the sale? Let's go to the Verzuz page. Verzuz. Let's see. Because they probably have that announcement up still from time. You remember these?
Please walk with us through the bad times as well as the good.
All right, DMX.
We be heard and understood from the suburbs to the hood. May you judge us by our hearts and not by our mistakes.
And keep in mind, look at it's on this little strip, the phone strip. Everybody was still glued to the phone.
Teach women to honor their men and men respect their ladies. But lately, so many of us have gone astray, doing wrong for so long that we've forgotten the way. Please.
All right. But yeah, I don't see the announcement. Oh, this was the best Verzuz. Best verse.
I'm glad you did it after you already suffered defeat.
You panic,
Get the fuck out of here, shit, Tech.
This is where they peaked.
This is Kiss.
This is where they peaked.
3 hours till they light they spliffs, and that coat would get.
That was the best verses. I don't think they could have topped it after that. I don't even care. Gucci Mane verses, none of those shit. That was the top verses. All right. But yeah, just quick announcement. Cash Money versus.
Yo, we're not straight dip. You say shit. Dip. Dip. We're not straight dip. You say shit. Dip. Dip.
Cam looks like he doesn't even want to be there.
Okay. Y'all can't fuck with us.
No way.
But yeah, new verses on the way. Look out for that in your phones just now.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.